Hey guys, I wanted to give you an update on the angelfish eggs. This water still looks green through my phone. Maybe I'll get in there and change that filter, but as you can see, they're still guarding them with their lives. They're still in the leaf. They were still doing their thing, even like an hour after the light turned off. Every now and then I would come in here and check on them. And as you can see, she's in there fanning them right now, making sure nothing gets on them. So they're actually doing really well for their first spawning. I mean, I've seen them pick off a couple white ones that, weren't fertile. And every now and then the sneaky little Tetris would come over and pick one off or something, but I'm actually about ready to feed this tank. I'm not going to give him anything special, I'm just going with the Tetracolor. Oh, he sees the can. He's like, oh yeah. Oh, right there's a sign I don't like to see. They left the nesting area to eat food. But it doesn't look like anything's bothering with them, so I was afraid I was going to come in here today and all the eggs were going to be gone and but no, they're actually doing really well. Now I see a couple more white ones on there, but it's hard to focus in on them. Oh, she had her fill. She's back to guarding. Chasing things away, catching food as it drops. See, now right there, that's what I like to see. That's what all my angelfish ever did. They always took turns to go eat. Or just catch stuff that would fall to them. Like, I remember a point in time where I would actually hand feed them. Just so they didn't have to leave their eggs. Well, let's check out the rest of the tank here. See what else is going on. Looks like everything's good. And it looks like one of my boosters took off again. I was thinking about draining the tank and gluing it, but then that happened, so that bulb back there still has a plant coming out of it. I might move that somewhere. I really don't like the position of where that's at right now, but I mean, now since it's rooted and everything like that, I just don't know where the hell I would move it. I mean, I could move it over to the sand portion here and just use a root tab, which I still have some of those left, which these things are fantastic. I have the flourish tabs. I want to try some of the other YouTubers ones, like the Aquarium Co-op ones, H2O Plant ones, see how they do in comparison. I'm pretty sure they're probably going to be pretty much the same thing. Kambamba almost reached the top of the tank. I'll have to trim that back. I want to try to get more dense growth with it, like down in here in the root structure. I like how that looks. Heck, that one took off overnight. I did put some root tabs, even though this is dirt and everything. I did put some root tabs here at the Blixa. It doesn't really have that good of roots forming yet. I mean, it definitely has a lot more root growth than what it had when it came to me, but the coffee folia is still kind of melting back. As long as it sends up new shoots, I don't care. But you can see a couple of those leaves are just... Oh yeah, I have some new growth back in there. So I might have to pull that out and trim the rhizome back a little bit. Oh, Coolie Loach. Oh, and disappeared again. I did see both of them yesterday, so... I need to get in there and reposition that hair grass too. But I'm going to wait for that until these guys are done doing what they're doing. Oh, pecking. Oh, sees the white one. Trying to pull it off. Not able to. Just ignore it. Yesterday, I was brushing through this and I saw a bunch of eggs in here. So I just left them be. We'll see what happens. And has this ever happened to anybody? Almost all the almost all the water's out of the bubble counter. I don't know why. And of course, plenty of activity in here from the babies. I'm pretty sure I saw baby shrimp in here yesterday too, but they moved too fast. I couldn't really tell what it was. For how fast it moved, it looked like a baby shrimp. Also, I need to figure out something to do about that. The CO2 sitting at the top. But yeah, they've been doing really good. They've been protecting their eggs. Like I said, I was coming in here late at night checking on them just to make sure. I mean, there are fewer eggs there now. Oh, finally got that white one. Oh, sees the other white one. So we'll see what happens. That's a fairly small clutch there, but it is their first time. They're still young, so. And then my Valsenaria's back in there. You can't really see it because of the way the lighting is and all the bubbles. I think I'm gonna put my power head in here and have it as a surface skimmer. I heard that, or I was also knocking around the idea, pulling some of those plants back from the back and kind of doing a straight pipe for the intake coming down and kind of having like an overflow system. So it would just suck the water up through the grating. Of course, I'd put some like mesh screen around it or something to prevent young ones from getting sucked into the filter, but then I'm worried about snails constantly getting in there too, so. Or the intake's actually here. But you know what I meant. I can easily switch the position of them. Matter of fact, I originally wanted the outtake over here, and I thought I had enough room here for the filter, but I was wrong. Actually, this stand right here, which my room's a complete mess right now, but this stand was originally back in there, and I thought I could just set the bucket on top of that. Didn't have enough room, so instead of moving the entire tank, I just put it down at the floor. But yep, anyway, they're doing good. They're taking care of their eggs. Usually if they were going to, well, fanning the eggs. Usually if they were going to devour them, they would have devoured them by now. I'm just waiting to see what happens when the eggs actually hatch. When it comes close to time for them to hatch, I might just pull them out. because I have that 75 in the basement, yeah, I could set up and raise up the baby angels. But, alright guys, I just want to do a quick update. Later.